Oh my god, Courtney. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our stream. We've got our Friday night game going tonight, which is removing the Mathis curse. Which thank you, Derek, for coming up with this beautiful campaign here. Yes, everyone, jazz hands. So we are live, guys. So Derek, I'll let you take over because I know you want to basically catch us up and introduce us a little bit.
Okay. Like you said, my name is Derek, and I'm going to be facilitating the show. I can't say running it because, a lot of other stuff's going on. What we're dealing with now is we're in a homebrew world that I created, and it's called Chartus. And this group here has come to a town, Rustgrave, and they arrived by train, where they introduced themselves to each other, and when arriving in the town after traveling a short distance, they were introduced to a bard that had previously been the mayor here, and it had started to tell them a story about a very unfortunate family that owned a large mansion in this town, the Mathis family. Both the parents had died. The younger brother, or the older male sibling, was missing, and the daughter has now been accused of being a witch and is going to go on trial shortly for her witchcraft that had caused a death of a priest, an accidental death, but where we were is at the end of last session they were having a discussion, and they were going to spend the night at the local inn and reconvene the next morning to start the investigation, have a further discussion. So I'm going to now pass this on to let's start with Kevin today.
I will be playing Bosco, the former familiar of a bureaucratic wizard. I am a celestial golden retriever and a union representative for the Bureau of Familiar Affairs.
Oh, I have that written down as the Celestial Bureau for Familiar Affairs. Yes. But same difference, I'm sure.
I actually looked that up to make sure I got it right and skipped a word. I fail at bureaucracy.
Got to appoint a new representative.
And that's probably why you haven't been promoted recently.
Yeah, well, middle management for life. Let's pass things off to Rozzy, because I know she loves this part.
Well, you just heard my name. I'm playing August Abara. Not a lot is known thus far about her, but I will reveal that she is a wizard and a sort of bounty hunter detective of sorts. And that's all. Let's do Nick 1.
Is Nick 1 me, or is that...
Yes.
The Nick with the hairy arms?
Nick in the upper left-hand corner?
Oh, okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. I am here. There's just a GIF on my image because I'm eating and I don't want to be rude. But, yes, I am playing Kixix Mantra, a tiefling barbarian. Yeah, he loves the muscles. I have a thing with muscular character. I don't know why. Don't sue me. But, yeah. That's pretty much it here. I'm going to be flexing, and I'm going to be trying to help out the party with my strength. And what?
Not his brain.
Yeah,
I was not sure that was a legal matter. I don't think anybody's going to sue you because you like muscle.
Rather don't kink shame me. But yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to pass this off to the other Nick in the party.
We're going to use Andrew for this exercise because it keeps things easier and less confusing. I am going to be playing Thaddeus Steele, the Warforged envoy monk, who isn't good with human emotions or interacting with people.
But
I think I'm people.
He has a dog best friend, though, which is great.
I
just
am
further
friend dog.
just further proof it's a lot easier to be friends with dogs than humans.
Yep.
Humans watching us. No. Yeah. So, with that said, where we are now, according to my notes, is you're all departing out of a door that you seemingly that you did not see before. That is to the back of the dining area, and as you leave, you're basically right outside the red door that you had knocked on. Only about 25-30 minutes ago when you arrived, and had your first meeting with him. Now, from basically where you're at, it's very easy to see the inn, as it is one of the larger buildings aside from the mansion, and it's essentially to the north, east from where you're at, and the streets are pretty calm. The only person that you still do see around is the half orc builder that you met very briefly last time, and she is currently in the process of carrying at least okay, no, she's I can't. Sorry, I got distracted by clown talk on another thing. I have to watch out for that. Sorry. Easily distracted by clown talk. Okay, so as I was saying, she's carrying several large finished pieces of wood. Not logs, but just finished pieces of wood that she's and they're going. She's going to be building what looks like a stand. There's an open air market to the south, and she's currently doing that. But she seems to be pretty much the only person out on the street right now. That you do see from a building that is easily identifiable as a bakery. You do see smoke coming from their chimney, so there's obviously someone doing something there. And there is a little bit of sound around, a slight sound, but most of it's muffled from inside the various buildings. So it just doesn't strike you as a very active town, at least at this time of the day. And what you're doing is it's near, because of the travel from the train and everything and the meeting, it's getting closer to the evening anyway, so most people would be settling down, as there are several farms right outside the town, and farming requires early wake up and early bed, apparently. So
I'm going to take a second to admire the strength of this half orc. She definitely knows what she's doing, and honestly, I wish I could be at her level one day.
yeah, she's you might say, looking at what she's doing, that a good portion of what she's carrying is probably not. I mean, she's probably aided in some way, because that's even more than, it doesn't. The weight she's carrying does not look like a natural amount for someone even of her frame.
I'm not going to question it. I'm too dumb to understand that logic.
So we
Yeah.
have a lot of questions that need answered.
There are a lot of questions. Also, very very quickly, one last thing before you guys get to decide. Move on what you want to do. I believe I posted an image of the very
What?
of the town, a very kind of not a very good map, but a map of the town, and you can
Where?
see it in the Friday nights section of the thing. But I will do it right now in the channel.
I see Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
There you
there
go.
it is.
There you go. Now, looking upon that, it's in general there's 3 small clumps of kind of forested area in the middle of this town. It's mostly surrounding the Red House where you were. The open air market's being built down to the south, and not too far from there to the northeast is the Charmed Bunyip, which is the only inn in town.
So where's the "you are here" dot?
The big red square in the center,
Right
Delcio's
outside
house.
his house.
We're still there.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right outside that house.
Okay.
I
Let's
think
go get Charmed, y'all.
I think that's a good. I think that's a really good setup for. Now you guys can decide what you'd like to do.
I really thought you were gonna say. I think that's a good place to stop for the night. I was gonna be like, we just started.
15 minutes. Good to go.
All right, see you guys next Friday. No,
We're doing micro campaigns now.
Oh my God, Jesus.
Has nobody else noticed that Kevin's face has
Frozen.
been frozen?
Intense. That is an intense look, too.
I think his connection maybe dropped. Oh, that's
Kevin?
not good. Father.
He says he blames your GIF.
It has nothing to do with my gift. That's on my end.
I don't even see a GIF, so I don't know what he's talking about.
It's
on the Twitch
on
stream.
Oh.
Technical
I just see your head
difficulties.
bobbing.
So
like,
I think we do have temporary
paralysis.
we have a lost. We have a lost dog. We need to put up some posters and see if he comes back.
That's okay.
Oh, no.
Hello, everyone. We're in the center square now. It's okay.
Every time.
We did it.
Blame Kevin 2019. This was not my fault this time.
Kevin's fault.
Yep. all
Dude,
Kevin's fault.
all I'm saying is that was an incredibly intense place for his face to freeze.
Oh, yeah. I
Amazing.
thought he was really concentrated on something, and I was like, why isn't he responding?
I didn't even notice until he texted me, so that
Okay,
shows
awkward,
you where
yeah.
I'm at.
So, yeah, and I kept talking too. So, what can I say?
It just seemed like he was listening really hard.
Yeah,
I know. And when I made the jokes, I'm like, oh, is okay. He usually kind of giggles at that or reacts, but I was just like, is he just looking at something important that he wants to say? Like, damn. Okay,
Well.
I'm sorry. So you
So
said,
Well, guys.
sorry that you said we were. So we were basically in the center of the town.
Yeah, you're basically in the center of the town, right outside that house, and pretty much looking at the map. The big things that you can see, and I can explain these to you very quickly, is within the map. The open air market is pretty much, people come to sell their goods. The store called Things, and yes, the store is actually just called Things, is a general store where you can buy things.
Honestly, that's genius.
Yeah.
Roughly, what time is it? What time is it?
It's about. It's probably about 20 minutes to sundown.
Okay, so basically, we do have these questions that we want answered, but at the same time, I'll tell the group, it's like, I know we have questions, but at the same time, it is late, and we do need to at least check into where we're going to stay for the night, so maybe we can grab a bite to eat, some drinks, get settled into our room or whatnot.
Yep, and Delcio kind of dismissed you guys anyways, and assumed that you would come back tomorrow if you had further questions, or just come back tomorrow to just kind of discuss what your next steps were in this investigation, and maybe he could give you contacts to reach out to and such.
Right.
But, yeah.
And now, actually, I totally forget, were we eating at that table, or...
No, it was mainly just talking. Never really got to eating, and there wasn't really any drinks offered or anything.
Ah,
Although
rude.
It was more along
Yeah.
the lines of we just sit at our assigned seat and talk with him. I think that's what I remember.
that's
Magic tray when we get there, and then.
no.
Oh no, wait, no. He did bring he brought a dog bowl of water
Well, yeah,
for them
no, he
and
brought-
then some drinks. That's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
He did bring drinks, but there was no food. Yeah, that's right. Because I remember the silver bowl for.
Any talk of
Bosco.
compensation? Like.
Yes.
No. Oh, well, welcome back.
Yay. Kevin's no longer concentrated on thinking he's actually here.
I just got a blue screen error, and my entire computer just decided to freeze and reboot.
Okay,
So
that's
when-
not my fault. That's your computer.
no,
when-
your GIF is disturbing enough to lock my computer up.
No, it's not.
when your computer went, you were giving us the best stare down for.
Yes.
It was
Like 3 minutes.
it was
a while.
great. It was fantastic.
Yeah, Rozzy sent me the pic. I was
Yeah.
inadvertently judgmental.
We were we were fairly certain you were concentrating.
Yeah, because
Or at
we said some stuff and you didn't even respond, and I just was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Didn't
like-
even notice.
Yeah, and then Discord had to run an update because Discord.
It's like, man, Kevin hasn't blinked in like 3 minutes. This is hardcore.
Yeah,
Okay, so you didn't really miss much. I just kind of went on a little further about the discussion of what the plan was, and as Kixik said, that checking into the inn, getting a room, maybe having a meal, preparing for the next day to go back and talk and do all this stuff. But it's probably late in the day, so everybody had the long train ride and wants to have some comfort for the evening.
One thing we have to talk about at some point too is that Thaddeus can definitely like put on a celebrity boxing match and try to make some cash. Just saying. So if somebody wants to participate, let's do that.
I can't even wear boxing gloves.
You know,
I will
Gloves.
take up your offer, and let's just say if I get a cut of that money, I would love it.
But if you polymorph yourself into a boxer,
Did
all
a
set.
bang,
I'm Mike.
zing.
I'm Mike Tyson, or better yet, I'm the guy at the UPS store who packs your box for you.
I was thinking that if like Kixik and I just like staged a really terrible like knockdown drag out, and then like the dog goes around and collects bets,
Oh my god.
we may be able to like make that work.
You just hear
That-
me going like,
that
hey, you're like,
doesn't
ah!
That doesn't seem likely.
I would say it's not a bad idea in a bigger town, but here you're probably
We're not gonna.
not enough people that are going to be interested. Perhaps though, you never know.
Fair enough.
You're not going to be here forever.
One day.
The 3 people that are in this town are interested in our fight.
And their collective like 1 copper piece that is their net worth.
Kevin?
So
Oh, there's a lot of money in this
Bye.
town.
Oh, okay, never mind.
is
now
it
Rozzy's
turn to
frozen.
lock up?
And now Rossie's for
Ah. Technical difficulties.
Our greatest foe.
and we even got here ahead of time, and everything seemed to be working fine.
We got here a half an hour early. Everything was set. The cameras were good. Audio was fine.
My Discord updated.
Rozzy, why did you
Yep.
do that?
Do anything.
Okay.
I thought
Welcome
Kevin
back.
froze again, but it was me.
So
Who's gonna go next?
Oh,
Nick's
fuck.
gift better go.
No.
I did it
will
on
move
Monday.
It. Hold on.
No.
I did it on Sunday for a little while.
Yeah.
Didn't I? Yeah. So
It feels like
Okay,
every time
so-
I open Discord, there's some sort of
Yeah.
update that needs done, or
Yeah. So, where should we begin this investigation?
I say the
August,
inn.
you've mentioned something about having some investigation experience.
Huh?
You've mentioned you've investigated things in the past.
I have, yes.
So, in your professional opinion, where do we begin?
I would definitely say, it wouldn't hurt to get our faces seen at the inn, but primarily the easiest way would be to find out who he has open and available to talk to us tomorrow morning over breakfast. Because he said he already had people who we could speak to, so we could always start there. Building up trust in the tavern doesn't hurt.
Oh, Roz, it looks like you froze again.
Fucking hell.
Just not doing good.
Well, I can still hear you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
If we would have put bets down, I would not have said Rozzy again.
Oh,
You know,
no.
maybe we need to rename this stream "Removing the Tech Curse."
Removing the glitchy curse.
yeah.
Hi, have you tried turning it on and off again? Yes, that's why I called you, because I already completed that basic step. At my work, I swear to God. On the call, as soon as you call IT, they're like, did you know that 80% of your problems can be fixed by shutting your computer on and off again? Give that a try now and disconnect. If that didn't help, try calling us back. I'm like,
Yep.
For the
Standard-
record, I did reset my router, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Standard
Derek.
IT thing now.
not you, Derek, but her husband, Derek.
Yeah, blame him.
Probably is his fault. It's his computer, so he's
Okay.
probably got some bullshit in the background.
So,
More
Where's
wine.
Steam? Right? Where the fuck is Steam?
Yep. Oh, good. So are we going to the
So,
tavern,
yeah.
or yeah?
I don't think it's.
what you do notice though, the one thing you do notice, like right across from Delcio's house is Doolin's breads, and they're baking now. They seem to follow the process of bake bread in the evening, so it's ready in the morning.
Smart.
Makes sense. Little bread elves. So they might have been up if anything was rumored to have happened at night.
Aha.
Ooh, so
But
yeah. Wait, they're closed, but they're. I'm assuming they're closed, but they're making bread at night just to prepare it.
they're
You telling me
they're
none of them smoke pipe out back?
well, they're closed in the sense that they're not selling product right now. Yes, but they are open. They are baking, and I'm sure depending on what you want, you might be able to talk to one of them if you're interested.
Are we still at the table talking to this bro?
No, you are outside the house just standing around discussing what you're going to do. So I haven't had anybody tell me
We're
wanna go
walking
anywhere.
towards the tavern.
Let's go to the inn and
we're
get our lines taken
walking.
care of.
Is that charred burrito? What is that?
Yes, the chart.
Bunny.
The charred
charred-
burrito.
What it looked like when it wasn't zoomed in. I'm blind, okay?
Okay. Yes, welcome to the charred burrito and our sister.
I like that name, okay?
Our
Yes, I know
Our-
guac is extra, okay? Jeez.
Yeah. Welcome.
always extra.
Welcome.
So, the first thing that you do notice about this is the general shape of the charmed bunyip is almost like a barn in terms of, but it's much larger than a standard barn. There's only a set of double doors in the front. There does not appear to be another set of doors out of this place. It too has, there's at least 3 chimneys and they're all puffing away grayish black smoke right now. There are, as the sun starts to set, there's well, you can smell the bread baking still, but you can also in this area you can also smell coming from these chimneys the smell of the burning wood, but also very hearty stew smell, like very heavily, yes, very heavily spiced
Smells good,
smell
basically.
to it. Yeah, and the doors open open no problem. They kind of open both to the they pull to the sides as you go in, almost like a you know that way. And the first thing that you see, that immediately as you walk in, there are two large tables that can accommodate at least 8 people, and several at least 4 small tables that can hold at least 4 people. And that's the whole front area of this building is just these tables, but there's absolutely nobody at any seat.
Oh shit!
Awkward.
It is doomed. It is dead in here.
Did you just say it's Dune?
It's doomed. It's doomed. Yes. No.
Shit.
There's a staircase that leads up near the back wall, and then there's a door, and that door seems to lead into like a kitchen. But there's nobody in here at all. No innkeepers, no customers, no nothing.
Is there like a
Jesus.
bell on the desk?
I look desperately for a bell.
No, but there is. You do see on the door that leads into the kitchen, there's a bronze minotaur like face, and there is a knocker that comes out from its nose that you would just hit it right essentially into the mouth of the minotaur, and it would be a knock.
Mage hand, knock knock, gently.
Yes.
I want to
Okay.
touch it.
So as you
The way you said that.
as you go in,
Ugh.
the majority of this, you make your way through. You get to the end, and you're going to cast Mage Hand on this
Yes.
and knock it. So you,
Not hard, just like
well,
a
no,
reasonable volume. you
yeah,
know?
no.
Okay. Not
So
gonna get killed.
so you cast a spell, and what does your Mage Hand look like? Is there a specific?
Invisible, preferably.
Okay.
Is it not an invisible spell? Because I've always thought it was invisible.
Or yeah, it's invisible for Arcane Trickster. That's like a special thing they get.
Oh shit.
Mine looks like a Mickey Mouse glove.
I guess almost like a white, pale white, ghostly, like smoke, basically, glowing smoke.
Okay, because yeah, it definitely has an appearance. So you make this puff of. It's almost like a cloud that kind of travels over to this thing, and then it takes more of a momentary hand kind of shape as it pulls the knocker back and lets go, and only in a matter of seconds after the first strike, a man, an older gentleman walks out. He has very long, curly red hair. That, despite like his age, it looks like it's far too red. It's far too red for someone his age. You can tell he's clearly in his 60s, but his hair is still like bright, fiery red, long and curly, and even his skin has a slightly reddish tinge to it. He's about 5'6" and very lean build, kind of square face and no facial hair. But jutting from between his teeth is a pipe that looks like the back end of the pipe, especially the part that it's from his mouth outwards. The stem is essentially looks like a dragon, and the top part, the bulb where you would put the tobacco or various other things in it, looks like a goblin that has just been bitten in the rear end by a dragon.
Aw, poor thing.
Does this guy is this guy like a fire genasi, or is he a like a tiefling sort of thing? Like what?
No,
He's red skin and red hair.
As far as you can tell, he's just a
Scott.
sunburnt human.
Oh, that sucks.
He's sunburned.
Poor guy.
He's always a sunburnt human.
The illusionary chalkboard will appear above my head. Hello, good sir. Cable for 4, please.
Oh boy.
And he's like, he like looks over. I can't. And then he reaches in and he pulls out a pair of glasses, and he pushes some of the hair out of his eyes, puts the glasses on, and then reads. Oh, okay. Just anywhere you want to sit is fine. It's fine. Anywhere you want to sit. We don't see very many talking dogs around here, but you're not the worst thing I've seen today. So that's fine. Just take a seat. Take a seat, and
You just imply I'm a bad thing?
I'll have something. I'll have someone come out and help you in a minute. Just a seat somewhere. It's like he's got this spiel going. It's this idea of things that he wants to say. He does it, and in between this, the whole time the pipe is still in his mouth. He's just blowing out these circles of smoke and everything. Just talking.
I mean, just remember, you're not the worst thing he's seen today.
No, I'm too polite to be anything more than mildly offended. I'm just going to go to whatever table is in the center of the room, so I cannot be ignored. Then I will jump up on one of the chairs and sit and wait.
I want attention. I am friend dog.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can I get any something to drink as I go back?
Bowl of water.
Wine, please.
I get the dog a whiskey shot. No, I'll have. If you have meat, I'll have some.
Yes. Okay. Wine, mead, sir.
Bowl of water.
Water.
I don't. Do you drink, Thaddeus?
I don't have a mouth.
He does
shit.
not drink. You happen to have an outlet.
No. I was just wondering, like,
It's a plug-in hybrid.
is there? I was gonna say, was there any? I'm aware that you don't apparently need to drink, but is there something that I could get for you
Oil for your
to make
joint.
you more comfortable?
No.
Okay. Damn.
Okay.
Windex.
By the way, my name is Charles, and this is my establishment. And if you do anything wrong, I will kick you out. And he looks directly at Bosco.
Not a dog.
Damn. Like, wow.
I'm just going to.
But not you, good sir. You're going to get to stay here all you want.
Talking to who?
At?
Who? Me?
Bosco.
Nick.
Oh. Wait.
I'm just going to sit there in the chair as regally as possible, as if the idea of doing something wrong is abhorrent to me, because it is.
Oh no, he was more looking at you, admonishing the rest of them, and then telling you that you could do whatever you wanted.
Thaddeus is going to put the frowny face on his faceplate.
Wait, so he likes dogs or he doesn't like dogs? I'm so confused.
That's the point. He's not clear.
I'm just gonna
He's
breathe
being
heavily
very-
and loudly to make him
Oh,
uncomfortable.
so I'm picking up what you're putting down. Okay.
Yes.
He's
yes.
a psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
this is getting awkward, so I'm just gonna breathe heavily and loudly and hope it makes him go away.
so as
His
he
pecs start twitching.
as he steps through the door, you hear
Aggressively.
the sound of glassware and like
Being cleaned for the first time in 3 years.
some plates and stuff, and then you hear the shattering of a cup, and you hear the voice that you heard before, and all he says is, "Oops."
As long as he's not pissed, I don't really care.
In about 2 minutes later, a woman comes out who she's probably in her 30s, but this is where
Tread carefully.
these are where things start to get a little strange, because she has that same long red curly hair that rests almost identically to the man. Her clothing is almost identical to the man, straight up, and out of her mouth is also hanging a pipe, although this is a different it's a different pipe, and it doesn't have any kind of embellishments. It's just a standard, very cheaply constructed pipe the way it looks. And she carries a tray in which there is, looks like a half bucket of water. It's not. It's like someone took like a standard bucket and like chopped the top off, filled it full of water, and put it on the thing. It's bigger than a bowl. Whatever. There's a bottle of wine, a couple of glasses, a couple of filled mugs, and she just places all the stuff down, doesn't say a single thing, turns around, walks away.
How big is this fucking table? Like, damn, I thought we were just sitting at one
Is
of those...
my wine open?
No, the wine's
Did
not
they
open.
even open it?
No, the wine's not open. There is essentially half of a bucket here filled with water. There's mugs that are about 3/4 full of mead, and
Oh shit, I get multiple mugs to myself. Damn.
there's a couple
none of them are full.
Yeah, but there's multiple. I ordered
and
one.
You're gonna get charged for 3 of them still.
Fuck me, whatever.
And there's a bit of a commotion, and a moment later she walks back out. This time she doesn't have the pipe in her mouth, and she walks over, but you can tell, while you have not seen her face yet because it's been hidden in this big mop of curly red hair, she comes to the table with her head down, and like when she looks up, she kind of pushes some of the hair away, and you see essentially a lot of freckles, green eyes, still the same kind of, a little bit of a reddish tinge to her skin as well. Maybe she's gotten some sun, maybe not as much as the older man, but definitely more sun with no sun protection, kind of thing. And she says she speaks in a very low and very timid voice and says, "Can I get for you? What can I get for you? What can I get for you?" And she points. She puts them in, and she looks at Bosco, and is basically pointing now a finger at Bosco's face and saying in this very low voice, "What can I get for you?"
I would like some of that stew that smells so delicious.
And then she
In a bowl.
Oh god. Get another bucket, take the hacksaw to it.
turns
A
to
bowl is
Kixik, and
perfectly acceptable.
and then there's the pointing finger at Kixik, and it's like, and you, what do you want?
I don't even know myself. What do I want? Oh, you meant food or
Spinach.
just get me spinach, dried up raw spin. No, get me.
Okay.
I would like a. You know what? The soup sounds good. I agree. It smelled really good when we came in.
And then she looks over at Thaddeus, and
I don't have a mouth.
Ladies first.
to the point where her finger just touches your face.
I take one finger and I just push it away like that, like kind of like slap it out of the way, like yeah.
Finger parry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Roll for parry.
Okay. And then she looks down to you, finally, August, and is like, now she seems, the whole time she seemed kind of curious or like slightly just weird, and then she just looks at you, and she winks, and she's like, and what can I get for you?
Oh,
Could I please have some soup? Maybe a little bread and a corkscrew?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. And
No worries at all, dear.
she grabs the bottle and she just breaks the top off, puts the bottle back down.
Oh shit. Okay.
nice.
Yum. I love
like,
glass
yeah.
of my
Thank
wine.
you.
No,
Couldn't have done it better myself.
it's like a clean break, and you can tell that the manufacturer like weakened like the glass at the top of the bottle so
Oh,
that
it's
you
like
could
perforated.
you could snap the top off and serve it.
Bloody
So it's
brilliant.
a clean break without, so you're not going to get glass in your drink or anything. But you don't need a corkscrew if you're traveling. It's not always an easy thing to have one.
Damn, I want
Genius.
perforated glass. Like that sounds genius. Oh my god.
I am personally shocked that Rozzy made a character who does not carry a corkscrew.
I've never had a drinking character. Not that I can think of.
So she steps
Neither
back.
does he drink.
She steps back, leaves you to pour your stuff, and walks out. And there's a good 10 minutes that goes by, in which you can try your wine, and to tell you, it's kind of, for all the genius of the design of the bottle, the wine is crap.
That's okay.
It's
I
not.
can't tell the difference.
It's not. It's not very good, and it stains your teeth really bad.
Prestidigitation, y'all.
So what you're
But,
saying is that
can
it's
we
just like regular
address
wine.
the creep
Trash.
factor? Can we just address the creep factor? Like, what is wrong with these people?
I don't think I'm going to review this place very well.
Yeah.
We
So
have to sleep here.
D&D Yelp.
a few as you're continuing to do this, the door opens again, and a third person that you have never met and now are seeing.
With red hair, curly.
Is it Jess?
Yes, actually. Oh, actually. Yeah, no, it's not Jess.
I thought you were saying yes, actually, to
Hi,
Jess. I was
Jess.
like,
Is
No,
she watching?
No. She's more along the age of the older gentleman that you saw before.
The mom,
She
dad, and daughter?
has a larger, she's a larger frame than any of them. And she does have red hair, long red hair, but you also see that she has brick red skin. It's not, and within this mop of red hair, you see two tiny little horn nubs.
Horn nubs.
Yeah,
So,
they're just
like-
small. They're maybe a quarter of an inch.
Half
and-
tiefling.
Probably a tiefling. Just maybe not
Right.
maybe just not one you're used to seeing before.
Ooh.
Look a lot like she doesn't look at all like Kixik, really. I mean, in the fact that she also doesn't have a tail.
Wait, Kixix is a tiefling?
Yeah.
I thought you were just a jock.
No, he's a blue skinned jock.
Yeah. Totally. I'm a blue. Yeah. I have that rare disease that you're born with that makes your skin blue.
Yeah.
Are you horny?
Lack of oxygen.
Always. No. Yes, I do.
I don't think we ever did physical description, so I think that's
Yeah,
for
I
Thaddeus
do.
and Boscow.
I have like bigger horns, bearded, blue skin. I do have a tail, but it's not super long. It's like
Can I touch it?
yes.
But she does not
Can we
have
decorate it?
No.
Sorry. Anyway, go ahead, Derek.
she does not have a visible tail, and she actually, you can see she has some scales along the side of her neck. They're not dragon scales. They're just scaly patches of skin.
Demon
So she needs
scales.
lotion, or it's normal for her?
Does she need lotion?
No, you gather it's probably normal for her.
Okay.
But it's in patches. She comes forward and she is carrying the tray of the food, and yes, they first she places the bowl of stew down in front of Bosco, and this bowl's it's kind of a wooden, like carved wooden bowl, whereas the other people that she's bringing the stew for, they're getting like ceramic bowls. Yeah, but your bowl is larger than theirs. But it contains about the same amount of stew. It just seems like it's more wide open. So if you actually have to put your head in it, you know.
Oh yeah. I'm going all Snoop.
Yeah. So
These people are like considerate but also lame at the same time.
Do you have fastidiousness cast like Tyel used to?
You must pardon my husband and daughter's manners. Well, my daughter has never seen a dog before.
It's okay, Mio.
What world is this?
And
It's
well,
okay.
there are no other dogs in the city, and she's only lived here. Very simple,
That's fair.
No
you know.
dogs.
No dogs. There are a lot of cats on the farms, but no dogs.
Great. Now she's gonna think that
Why?
all dogs talk. You know.
They all
Well,
talk with magical chalkboards.
Everyone needs to be disappointed sometime.
All dogs can talk. You just don't understand them.
And my husband is well, since the accident, he doesn't talk all that much anymore. It's hard to believe it. He was a wrestling champion at one time.
Huh. Interesting. What kind of wrestling did he do?
Well, just traditional sparring style, one-on-one, occasionally an exhibition where he would wrestle a bear.
Aw.
Oh. Wow. Damn. That's.
Wow.
Utilizes the Greco Antwerp style, you know.
Is that where the accident happened?
No. The accident happened about about 10 years ago, down on the there's a farm right off here owned by Davis and Davis's farm. They had a bit of a boule problem,
Roulette. Oh.
and he thought that he could wrestle it.
Oh wait, a what problem?
Oh my.
And for about a couple of minutes, he did pretty good.
Oh, but wait, what was this? What creature was this?
A boule or a land shark?
Oh, I was gonna say that sounds really bougie, but like that's not as bougie as I thought it was.
I was
So-
thinking roulette, like he shot himself in the head.
That would have been roulette.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not
thought you
that
were trying to be
fancy. Roulette.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Boule.
Bro.
On demand. There we go.
Have you sought out any clerics to see if he could be healed?
Well, he was healed, but he kind of had to retire. So, because physically you could heal his body, but he just was not able to really train back. It did take it did take a couple of years to walk again, and he knows his name now, which is good.
It's a miracle he got our order right.
Yeah. But we're just
We all ordered the same thing.
we're just
Still,
I'm not even sure why I'm telling you all this. I don't even know who you are.
Hi, I'm another tiefling, probably the only other one in like a 30-mile radius. But I'm just here to
yes.
help with stuff.
This is Kix.
Yeah.
Like the cereal.
No. Gross. Ew.
So good. Are you kidding me? My rats love them.
My husband's name is Charles. If he introduced himself.
Nope. He was just
knows
like,
his name, though.
what are your order? And I'm like, oh.
Actually, that was
My-
his creepy. I mean, never mind.
My daughter's name is Ragda, but she did not introduce herself, I'm sure. She is quite shocked, as I said before, about the dog here.
Does she
Which
want to
is-
go?
Well, actually, she...
Don't offer.
We're going to keep her
On
away
his
from you.
I
We're
just-
going... We're going to keep her away from you, but she wanted to see what you looked like inside.
Inside. What?
What
Yeah.
does that mean, serial killer?
She's a passion for medicine and anatomy, and
Serial killing?
she well no she helps she helps at the Elorian Temple, set bones and deal with common illnesses and stuff, and she just had never seen a dog, and she was just curious, so we're going to keep her in the back.
My
That
bones
is
are all
exactly-
exactly where they belong.
that is
Suspect
exactly what the
number
parent of a
one.
serial killer would say.
Yeah. What's her name again? Because she's the first suspect. Oh,
Ragda, and no, she does not kill people.
that
Has she killed any small animals? Because if she has, that's.
I know you may call it dissecting, but
Does
it's
she know the
murder.
firebolt cantrip?
Does she know the firebolt cantrip?
No. She has interests, but we actively discourage her from using said interest on traveling passengers. or well, uh,
It's only the locals who are in danger.
visitors, I should say. Sorry, not just passengers, not just people that have come on the train. And I know you've had to have come on the train because I haven't seen any other wagons through town today. Was your trip long?
I
Kind of,
don't
not
actually
really.
know. I have no idea.
All I know is that I felt kind of cramped and I couldn't admire my muscles in the darkness of the train car, so it was a hard time.
It was originally designed to carry livestock and other materials. I'm surprised that they decided to even allow passengers on those. They're not really designed for comfort.
Wow, that's great to know
It was
after the
fine.
fact. Huh.
So enjoy your meals, and I assume you want rooms. I will leave keys for you. Well, I'll bring keys out in just a moment for you. And if you do need anything, there's the knocker right over there, and there always somebody will always answer that.
Do you have rooms, by the way?
She just offered us keys for rooms.
Oh, okay. I didn't. I was
I
thinking.
give you
be there.
keys
Because you
for the
texted
rooms.
me.
Okay, excuse me, but do you have rooms?
She's like going to bed now.
I was told not to charge you because your rooms would be covered by Lego. He said he would do that for you.
Aw, sweet. That's badass. I like that.
Lego.
My ego. The guy who
The
met.
bard, yeah,
Former mayor.
the former mayor. So yeah, he'll cover the rooms for you. And if you get upstairs and you notice that you need anything, come down, bring us. Somebody will be there to help you. We only ask that at the end of your stay, if you do use the chamber pots, that you bring them to the eastern side of the top floor. You'll see it. There's an area that leads out to the slop pit, so just you drop it out that window, and we'll be all set.
Fair enough.
Gross.
I mean, hey, gotta do our housekeeping bits, so I understand.
That's all. Just put them there, and we will empty them. You don't have to do that. That's fine.
Lizards don't poo.
What the fuck?
The many uses of prestidigitation.
Right?
I have
Lizards
no-
don't poo.
You can literally shit yourself and just clean it up.
Oh my god.
Just saying.
Okay, okay, J.K. Rowling.
I'll be the best tenant you ever had.
Any of the rooms are available upstairs, and there are 11 of them. You can all have your own rooms, or you can share whatever you feel more comfortable with.
Bosco may need protection.
The keys will have the keys available, and each key that we give you will work for any of the rooms the first time. And once you unlock, let me explain. Once you unlock the door, that key begins to work only for that door.
Yeah,
I was about to say,
I
like,
cocked my head so quick that one of my ears flops over funny.
Yeah. So it's pretty much, it's kind of like they're blank keys until you use them on a door, and then they're keyed to that door.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
It was something that Lego came up with when he was helping us set up this place. He's quite the inventive individual. You should ask him that.
I mean, hell, yeah, like, that's freaking awesome.
He also helped the Dylan's bread. He helped them with the how do you, like, he called them rover belts. So like you put things in one end and it moves through the oven and comes out the other end cooked.
Okay.
And he built these.
Oh, baby.
So, there's a lot of things that he's done, and you can have a discussion with him tomorrow about it. I've got things to do, prayers to say, and everything. Innkeepers.
He sounds very important. Is there anyone in this town who doesn't like him?
Well, nobody that's alive anymore. There was a dispute between Mr. Mathis and himself about 10 years ago over Delcia's or over Leo's age. They thought he was much too old to continue to be the mayor, and Mr. Mathis wanted to be the mayor. And there was a little bit of a bad blood between them, and they haven't really talked to each other since then. And then when he died, Leo did go to the funeral.
Do you find it odd that Lego has hired us to investigate the incidents recently surrounding the Mathis family when they have not a good relationship?
No, but I think it's Lego wanting outside eyes to prove that he didn't have anything to do with it.
So
because
that's a rumor.
There's not a rumor around here because we know him. We know what he's capable of. But there are when the rail depot opened here, the dwarves that own it that aren't here often, but the dwarves that own it were very eager to find out if there was any town dirt.
Oh, those shady hoes! My God.
And they just wanted to make sure that everything was on the up and up. So they began to investigate things, and they found that there was some bad blood between the two of them. And Lego just wants to make sure his name stays clean because he does have a legacy of being, not only a bard but a good mayor. He served this city very well for 40 plus years before he started to get the maybe ask him. I shouldn't really talk about that.
Okay. Now I'm intrigued.
But it's not. It's more of a personal thing that he may or may not feel comfortable talking about. So it's not my place.
Of course.
It's not my place.
No, that's fine.
Thank you for the information.
Yes.
Thank you. And the great food. Are you the chef?
Yeah. Yes.
Very delicious.
For the most part, I'm trying to teach my daughter how to do this, but she is, like I said, she's more interested in
dissecting humans?
Murdering.
How about we stop bad mouthing the people who are graciously letting us stay there for free?
As I've said
No.
Oh my God.
To my knowledge, she has never dissected anything.
Have any local pets gone missing?
Oh my God.
That's why there's no dog.
Oh
there's no
my
dog.
God.
I'm gonna write that down. No dogs in town.
Oh.
There's just been no
Suspect.
dogs in town. It's
No
not like white.
town is without dogs.
You don't know that.
Derek, we know you're trying to pull something on us.
I've been smelling this food and not touching it the entire time.
Yeah.
But it's just gone on too long, so I'm just going to go full nose in bowl, and I'm not coming back up until it's all.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna see him, and I'm gonna be like, it's gonna get cold if I keep talking. So I'm just gonna be like, thank you
Yep.
for letting us stay here. Thank you for the keys.
Well,
I'm gonna dig in.
say no more. I will be back in a moment. And she just bustles out, and then comes back in a moment and places. Well, she gives you 4 keys because she's not quite sure. And she looks down and she goes, I mean, no offense, but can you carry a key? Are you going to be able to use one?
Without stopping eating, I'll mage hand pick one of the keys up.
Oh, then she pulls out another one and said, sit down. Okay. It's good. She doesn't question that you actually can do that, just whether she didn't know. And once she sees you can do that, she's like, okay, move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
fair
I
enough.
hand mine as well because
As I eat, the bowl just
Okay.
slides a little bit farther away from me, and I keep having to push it back with mage hand.
Oh my god, yes! Oh my god, yes!
and you press to find yourself clean.
No, I just look at my face.
And can I get a perception check from Boss?
Ooh.
Sorry, with disadvantage because you have your head in the food bowl.
Okay, well, that's still a 17.
Nice.
Yeah.
One thing you do notice, even though while you're eating, is that your bowl of stew had decidedly more chunks of meat in it, whereas theirs kind of, it was there, but it's clearly you could see the difference. You had larger amounts of meat and vegetables in it than they did. And just, just whatever. That's just what it seems like from you.
It would be impolite to say anything.
You have big heckin' chunkers, so you can handle it, don't worry.
So yeah. So as you eat and you drink, the most startling thing is the whole evening, none of them come out unless you call for them. None of them, like, nobody comes in. It's just you guys, and you have this whole big room to yourself. But
What day is it?
This is a Monday evening, essentially.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. But the most startling thing is probably about 20 minutes into eating and drinking and stuff, a violin kind of just floats into the room and starts casually playing a song in the background. And until, like, it seems to play a song that none of you are quite familiar with. You don't think you've ever heard this particular song. It's okay, but it's not really your favorite. He goes, and if you have something like in mind that is your favorite song, you hear that as it finishes that song, that violin starts to play like your favorite song.
That's amazing.
In key to, like, you're like, this music's okay, but it's not really, what I like. And then suddenly it starts to play in a style that you like. And while the violin plays, there's other instruments that you don't physically see these instruments, but you begin to hear these other instruments come in, and you have there's like a 6-piece band playing for you alone in this room where you guys are eating. And it's soothing, comfortable music that kind of shifts to styles that you all enjoy, almost as if it's reading your mind. But you don't feel like violated. You don't feel it actually doing that.
Bro, this is fucked up.
I wonder why this place isn't more popular.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, is it because
Like,
it's
oh, a big
haunted,
surprise.
or or
Yeah,
I'm curious, and I want to call
there's a
for
lot
one of
of
the.
eccentricity, but not anything that would drive people away.
I want to call out the mother figure, because that question is burning in my head. Because it seems like you've got this amazing like band orchestra ghost thing, but no one's here to enjoy
and
it.
and she'll step out and yes. Is everything okay? Do you need a little more, or did you need the entertainment to stop? And she shoos away the band
No, no,
and
no, no.
No, 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 no.
It's fine.
Beautiful.
It's amazing,
okay.
but
Then she wave it back.
this just seems amazing. Why is no one else here enjoying this type of thing? It's mind blowing. I've never experienced anything like this.
Well, there are many farmers, and they're in their farms right now. They serve their own meals. They do their own things. They only come for the market most often. They have no use for, with their homes only being a short distance away, they have no use for an inn. We don't have a lot of travelers, but Lego saw in his wisdom that he felt that we were going to be a trade hub at one point, so we prepared. And then the rail has come, and it's a relatively new thing, but you know, we believe we will have customers. We
You're
just don't have.
You're still waiting on that to happen, or you're waiting on something to improve.
I mean, the city is small, and the last time that there was any bit of traffic, it was when the Mathises were here, and they were brokering the deal with the rail people. That fell through. The initial deal that fell through, and then Lego.
Who's in charge of the rail line?
There's a clan of dwarves known as the Grimsalts. It's their well, they come from the Iron Rock Mountains that are far to the east. Well, you know, I'm sure some of you have seen those mountains before. You had to have gotten here somehow. But anyway, they own a good portion of the rails because they've mined the materials to manufacture the rails and make the trains and all this stuff. The Grimsalts. But to be fair, I'm not sure who their current representative is, as Angus Grimsalt passed away about 6 months ago. No foul play or anything. He was old.
Did he have any children?
Whoa. Yeah, many of them. So I just don't know which Grimsalt is in charge now, is what I'm saying. The Grimsalts are still obviously in charge. Everything is, if you look at when the trains come in, everything is stamped with their symbols, if you know where to look. But, like, I just don't know which of his children took over for him. I mean,
Gotcha.
he was close to 500 years old, which is quite old for a dwarf. Of his background, he was a warrior for a long time before he settled down, and a lot of scars, a lot of tales, a lot of, well, we all have our old creaky bones now, don't we? Now and then, and almost as she says that, she kind of reaches for her back, and then there's a little stretch. It's like, I know there's a representative supposed to see. Well, actually, you've come good timing, because there's a representative from the Grimsalts that's supposed to arrive tomorrow to speak to Lego about expansion in the sense that they've already started to allow passengers. They're thinking of creating trains that would carry people more comfortably.
So passenger trains.
Yes, yes, yes. Um,
Much better than the cargo one we came in on.
yeah,
Got some Excella.
and so uh, the answer, the real answer to your initial question is why isn't there more people here? It's just we're still a small town and we're starting to grow and we're hoping to expand. Mostly a farming town. What you're seeing now, all these things new, the barracks down, up the road a little bit. All these things, they're relatively new, and um, I think Lego kind of wants you guys around and to investigate and to figure this out because he also wants to make sure that the town can be successful, and it's probably not going to be successful if there's news of like a curse and like everybody is afraid that something dangerous is going to happen.
Yeah, that might end up killing the want or need to come here. So that's understandable.
So I'm not sure how much he told you, but he's more of a theatrical guy, so he kind of doesn't always lead with all the information. He wants to put on a show. A big reveal is something he's quite fond of.
Okay. So, do we have anything else we need to do this evening, or can we enjoy our rooms for the night and get some?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say, thank you for the meal, thank you for the drink. I'm about to pass out and I'm going to run to bed.
Up the stairs, and as you go up the flight of stairs, you actually see that there are. When you first come up the stairs, towards the eastern side of the building, there is a large openable window, and below it are several empty and clean looking chamber pots. And if you were to go venture over to that area, you would see that there is a big slop pile below.
Compost.
Closer to this, where this window is, there's 4 rooms that the doors are closer together, and on the other side, towards the western side of the building, the doors to these rooms seem a little further spread apart. So, if anything, the 4 rooms closer to this area look like they might be a little smaller than the ones on the western side of the building.
So we want the big ones, is what you're saying.
No, I'm not trying to lead you one way or the other. I'm just explaining to you that these rooms look like they might be smaller than the other ones, just in the fact that the doors are kind of scrunched together with just a little bit of wall between them on the eastern side. And the western side, there's
Like
Which
thick
one?
equally
wall,
spaced.
thick with 3
Which room
seats.
overlooks the town? Like the center of town? Is there a room?
This any that would be on the southern, like any would be the opposite of where the staircase is. The staircase is lined up with the northern wall of the building. If you come to the southern wall, you will see more of the town. The only thing to the north, really, looking at that thing, should be the barracks.
So I'll pick one that gives me the best look of the center of town.
well, there's some barracks and some houses, like some small houses that look like they haven't been used in a while.
Mm.
But the southern wall, any of the rooms on the southern wall, will definitely point you out towards, well, directly below you, you would see the bakery and the stables and the shops a little further. And you could still see, also, you can see Lego's house, and you can see the mansion. Well, no, you can't really see the mansion from the southern wall. If you were in a couple of rooms, like on the west, maybe. But the blind spot from where you're at really is you can't see the mansion or the temple or some of the other houses and farms that are on the far west of the town.
I'll take one of the smaller rooms, but I am curious where Thaddeus goes.
I am going to actually not go into one of the rooms. I'm just going to stand outside in the hallway and kind of shut down out there.
Okay.
I'll go in one of the rooms that you can see the bakery and the house from, because although I'm tired, I'm very interested to see like what kind of is going on in that small little, who knows what they're doing, baking bread. That's probably just a front.
Actually, when you do that, can I get you to roll a perception check?
Yeah.
I assume you go in and you look right out the window the first thing you do, right?
Yeah, it better be a floor-to-ceiling window, or else I'm leaving. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you're leaving.
No, I'm just kidding. Perception, you said? Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so that's gonna be just straight 16 on die.
Okay. You see a small shadowy shape. It's dark now, so it's not clearly what you can see, but you see a small shadowy shape leave the front door of the bakery and run pretty quickly across the area and then disappear into the trees near Delcio's house, or Lego's house.
What the fuck?
It was a small, shadowy humanoid shape, and we're talking maybe 5 inches tall.
That's gonna freak me the fuck out, and I'm gonna find my friends and tell them about it, because that's scary. Oh my god, we got like the fucking seated Chucky outside, like, lock your goddamn doors.
It's
Punch
not
the
the
halfling.
It's not the Grig. I can tell you that. Not the Grig from Saturday. It's not Saturday Grig.
Oh god.
I don't like that thing.
I'm just going to jump up on the center of the bed and lay right down, right there.
They're not the best quality mattresses, but they are better than like the train was, and they are they're not cheap, but they're just, they're not luxury items.
I was never allowed on the bed before. So this is,
Okay. Yeah.
What the fuck?
So nobody's stopping you from getting up on the bed in this room. And so as everybody gathers in the room, what are you doing, Kixik?
I'm booking it to my other friend's room and be like, bro, I just saw this fucking 5-inch figure run from the bakery to the woods. Like, something's up.
It's probably a halfling. Go to bed.
Oh, you
A
racist.
5-inch halfling.
Oh, wow, that's no. Okay. I see that you're not taking me seriously, so I'm gonna shut your door and I'm gonna run to someone else's door and see if I can.
I mean, it's you.
I'm not.
Bro.
So, Thaddeus is in the hall. Thaddeus is in the hall, or you do know which room Bosco went into.
All right.
Bosco, what is he talking about?
I'm gonna like run into Thaddeus, be like, "Yo, robot, shiny dude, wake up, please! There's
Yo, bro.
yo,
There's a thing outside.
yo, get me some
I
White
mocked
Claw."
him.
I'm
We
gonna.
only drink Trulies in this house.
No. I'm going to. I'm gonna wake him up, be like, I saw this 5-inch figure run from the bakery outside. I don't know if I should go pursue it. I don't know if what.
Go
I'm scared.
ahead.
I need help.
Let's go.
Oh shit. Okay, cool. Bye, guys.
I'll be here with the dog, okay?
So,
I'll be here with Bosco.
you can hear that they're having the discussion out there, and Bosco, you can hear that there's commotion outside your room because he's standing essentially right in front of your room, right? Mm-hmm. That's what you said, Thaddeus. You were right in that area, so you can hear it. Something going on. Not quite sure what it is, but
Also, just so everybody knows, Thaddeus is never quiet. Like when he talks, he's always very like he doesn't regulate the voice very well. And he's like, "Okay, let's go."
Ignore me. I'm just gonna kind of nod to myself, like, okay, in a moment it's gonna be quiet, and I can sleep on the bed.
I am also going to bed. Have fun, guys. Your adventure now.
As you make it downstairs, I need another perception check from both of you.
Please, no more creepy 5-inch figure things. That's a 6.
21.
Oh fuck.
Okay, you don't see it kicks it, Thaddeus. Right under the knocker, that door, that Minotaur's face, there is a standing 5-inch tall, looks like a gingerbread man. And in his hand looks like a sewing needle.
Okay.
And
sword.
And he is for a second he's doing that thing where he just threw himself against the door and like stood still, thinking that if I'm not moving, you won't know that I'm real.
With the speed of the monk, I am going to run at the gingerbread man and attempt to crush it against the door, because that's what I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, oh hell no, and flipping a table and getting behind it, because I'm not dealing with that.
You give me a attack roll there, Thaddeus, and as you head over, are you gonna actually flip a table?
Like, I'm just gonna turn it on its side and get behind it, because fuck that. Like,
as you do that, you hear a strange noise coming from directly behind you. Kicks it.
No, please.
No, what did you roll? I'm sorry.
12.
That is good enough. Okay, so you rush for it. Give me unarmed strike damage. Yeah.
All right. Purple D4. Ooh. That is going to be 5 points of damage.
Okay. So you charge forward, and you gonna kick it?
I was thinking just like a whatcha.
Okay.
Kind of palm right against the door.
Okay, so you go and you put your metallic palm right up against the door, and as you do, the thing under you pops and squirts like a very small amount of, well, what looks like blood up. And when you pull your hand away, you've got bits of cookie and blood, and attached to the front door, or attached to the door now, is a bit of this creature that you squished in, and his little his little sewing needle is laying on the ground.
Blood. That sounds like a mosquito gingerbread thing. Like, ugh.
We did it. And then I'm just going to take my hand, I'm just going to wipe it on the door.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'm
And you just leave a streak on the door, and you.
Gross. I don't know why I'm picturing that as so gross, but like...
And then just wipe it on the door. I think the threat has been neutralized.
I'm gonna like look over the table, and be like, "Great job."
That thing is horrifying.
That's kind of what they look like.
Ugh.
Do not
and
like.
there
Do
are-
I want to know?
I don't like it.
No.
That
Oh
was-
no!
That was the first one that you crushed, and yes, Kixik, as you hear this noise from behind you, and you turn around, there's two more of them. One has a thimble, and the other looks like he has something that's like a mouse trap. And he's charging forward towards you with this mouse trap in his hand.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna scream, and I'm going to fucking try to kick him away.
From upstairs, you guys hear a scream, like a very
High pitched.
high pitched. Yes.
High-pitched, muscly, gigantic, muscly tiefling scream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So there's screams coming from downstairs now, and there's something about that pitch that bothers your ears, Bosco. It's like someone ran the vacuum cleaner right near your head.
Yeah, yeah.
That's not good. I didn't. Well, yeah.
I'll jump up and run down.
So you come off the bed, and with that little stretchy leap, kind of arch back thing for a second to get the feeling back in your legs, and you make your way downstairs, and you see at this point in time, as you come down the stairs, there's a table on its side. There's Kixik over there screaming. You see Thaddeus is like, as you catch him, he's just finishing wiping his hand on this door, and you see though in front of Kixik are two of these little 5-inch tall gingerbread looking men. One has a thimble for sewing, and the other has what looks like a mouse trap or a rat trap in his hand, and they look like they're menacingly moving towards Kixik.
Get him?
Do not like.
Hence why I screamed.
Yeah, I am a doggo of action, so I'm going to jump in to defend Muscle Boy.
Yes, my savior.
And what I'd like to do is I want to jump in right beside him and get the two gingerbread warriors within 5 feet. And then I will just pulse with Celestial Light and Word of Radiance.
Okay. Yep, and that requires a save.
They'll both need Constitution saving throws.
Oh my god, yes. Doggo
Let's pull up
daddy.
the stat block for the gingerbread murderer.
Don't
In
kill
my
me
notes.
with your, don't kill me with your thimble.
Okay, so you pulse with this radiant light, and roll whatever. What's the damage on that?
D6 to everything in the area that I choose.
And it's a D6.
D6 radiant
If-
damage.
Okay, it's a D6 radiant damage. If they make this save, it's nothing.
Correct.
Okay.
D6 is
Okay,
only 13,
well-
but I rolled 5 for damage.
Okay, so you did 5 damage. Okay, so the first one, the one little thimble, it catches that pulse, and you just see like it's almost like he's not there anymore. He's got this outline like a nuclear blast. There's like an outline of this gingerbread thing that was
hoping to
there,
get a toasted cookie.
and there's the thimble that just floats in midair for a second and then crashes to the ground. The other guy, you blow off his little gingerbread head with this pulse of light, and there's a momentary expulsion of what looks like blood, and you do get like the rest of his body gets like in the oven too long, singed and blackened, and he just crumbles into bits of like broken, burnt up cookie that still oozes that fluid just a little bit.
Kixik, what did you do?
I just screamed. These little shits scared the fuck out of me. Like, what the hell? I just wanted to go to sleep, and now I'm being tormented by, like, gingerbread men. I don't deserve this.
August,
Yeah.
you hear something scurrying under your bed.
Disgusting. Do I see anything?
Are you gonna look down?
Yes.
Okay. So you bend your head down, and you look down, and you are treated to this small 5-inch thing carrying what looks like a sharpened quill, charging at your face.
Burning hands, or do I have time?
Uh-oh. Derek, we can't hear you.
Oh no, I know. Sorry. I took my hand off the button. So as you bend down to look, you see him charging towards you, and as he is just about to get you, like he trips over his own little cookie foot,
Aww.
and he can't get at you, right? So now he's down on the ground, and he's got this quill sticking in him, and he stands back up, and he pulls it out, and he's like, it's like he wants to do something, but he can't react anymore at this time, and now you can.
Can I pick him up and hold him securely?
You can pick him up, but you do notice that he does have a mouthful of sharp teeth, so he might try to bite you.
Oh,
Can I try to hold him so that he can't move his neck?
Stranglehold?
Like if he's tall, just like
You
get
can
my
grab
2
him.
fingers with his neck,
Does he have
and
a
then the rest of them around him to pin him down, sort of.
You're
You
just
can-
like holding him up like this.
You can try to grab him. Yeah, make a grapple check. If you successfully grapple him, he will.
What is that? Like a strength check?
Yep.
Okay. So that was 11 on die, so 10. Because I have a -1. Did I do a good job?
So okay, sorry. You need to roll. No, wait. It's not just a strength check, mind you. Sorry. Okay. Try to seize your target by making a grapple check. Now you can make a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength check. So you can add it your
So that would
athletics.
still be a 10.
Still be a 10. Okay.
I
And
have a -1, so.
You went to many classes, none of them a gym class.
he also he can't use his dexterity to get out of it. So you do successfully have him grappled, which essentially allows you to hold him in place, but it does not prevent him from his speed becomes 0. But it does not affect his ability to attack you
Okay.
because it doesn't incapacitate him. Yeah.
Of course, the wizard's gonna take damage.
I want to talk to him.
Okay. So,
I'm
but,
gonna
you,
attack
Lick him.
so,
Lick him.
but the way you currently have him held, he can't bite you. So you've held him, and what are you gonna do?
What are you doing? What are you? Just like an array of questions to see if he can speak to me.
And he starts to speak but it's well, what languages do you speak again?
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, and Common. I
Yeah,
think I have comprehend languages, but obviously I can't do that right now.
yeah. You're familiar with what he's speaking, but it's not Abyssal. It's Infernal.
Shit. The one language I didn't take.
I
I don't like
speak it, but I'm not there, unfortunately.
So he is like saying something to you, and in general, the Infernal. It's not a beautiful language. It's pretty. It's pretty harsh sounding, and he says that. But as you're holding this guy and having this fight, I need you to make a dex save.
Me?
Yes.
I don't do a good job.
Okay.
Not
You said-
quite a one.
You suddenly you find that you have like a sheet has just been pulled across your face,
Oh no.
and you've been pulled back, and you can hear now 3 distinct voices speaking. The one you're still holding, and 2 more, one from each side of your head.
Can I scream?
Yes, you could scream if you like.
I'm going to scream.
I'm gonna fucking scream.
So the whole time you guys are down there, you finish this off. Bosco blasts those 2, and then you hear a scream from upstairs.
I'm gonna run up there because I know something's up. That doesn't sound right. These gingerbread men are taking over.
And I'm going to do that thing where dogs specialize in, of running up the stairs, starting behind him. but
Oh, and
leading
then
through his
tripping
legs.
me by going on the side. Oh my god.
And still
God, you
ending up in
fucker.
front of him no matter what. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
taking
so-
my legs out on the way up. Jesus Christ.
Thaddeus, are you following them?
Yes.
So as the 3 of you come up, you burst into August's room, and you see that she is laying. She's laying on the bed, and in one hand she's grasped this gingerbread man. She's holding it like tight, and it still looks like it's trying to like weave around to try to bite at her, but she's got a good grasp on it, right? But too bad, she also has a sheet pulled tight over her face and pulled down, and 2 other little gingerbread men are standing, one on each side of her head, viciously kicking at her face and laughing as they do that.
Do these creatures look familiar to me other than them scaring the shit out of me? Or like,
Are they alive?
they've gotta
They're-
be.
Yeah. You hear Infernal. You hear them speaking. And you said you speak Infernal, right?
I do. Oh my god, I'm gonna scream back in Infernal, like in a attempt to intimidate them, and be like, enough, stop. And I'm gonna roll for that, I believe, right? Yes.
No,
Oh,
actually,
shit.
the very fact that you could speak Infernal will get them to stop momentarily. So as they do that, the sheet comes off your face, and you see these 2 that are like just looking to the right or left. They're right to the side of your head. They've all burst in. You have the one still held firmly in your hand. You have not let go of him yet. And what do you say exactly?
I was
Basic-
like, enough, stop what you're doing
Okay.
now.
And the 3 of them laugh, and then they turn back around and start trying. Well, not 3 of them, 2 of them, because the one's still being held. They turn back around and no longer holding the sheet and holding her down. They still are trying.
To kick her in the face.
They look like they're trying to kick your face, but they're not. They're not doing it very well.
So rude.
I want to go over, and I'm not. This is silly, and I'm gonna see if I can grab one to try and talk to it in
Okay.
Infernal.
So you grab it. She's got one held. The other one is still trying to kick at her head. Is anybody else gonna deal with that one?
Have fun.
Yes, I want to run up and I want to like deftly try to kick the head off of the one in her hand.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just going to put a chalkboard up that August can't possibly see with all this going on, asking her if she's okay.
Are you choking? Are you choking?
Are you okay? Yeah. So,
Are you okay?
as long as you don't fumble this year, it's gonna be fine.
Okay.
So, what was the number you got?
Oh, yeah. Shit. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't roll. That's
What?
me. That's a 7.
Well, both of you. That's a 7. What did you get, Andrew?
14.
14. Okay. Yeah, 14 will hit. 7 to intimidate.
Oh, 7 to intimidate. I'm sorry. No, that is an 8. Yeah, that's no better. So.
Yeah. They're like, they don't seem too concerned. But then Thaddeus walks in, and just like a well precision placed kick, like just a hair closer would have taken your thumb out, and he takes the head off the one you're holding.
Jesus Christ, dude!
And it's like that. Now you're just holding a soupy mess of gingerbread blood.
Ugh.
Gingerbread blood in your hand.
What the? Dude, come on. God,
So-
okay. Well.
Yep. So there's 2 more here.
I haven't killed
That we're-
anything in like 3 days. I really needed to get the lead out.
So what were you gonna do with these guys? They don't seem able. Like one, you're holding one of them. You grab the other one, Nick, and you're trying to talk to it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. I can actually talk to this one. I thought I thought Thaddeus literally almost took my hand off with that kick, but
No, the one it was August's hand that
Name
almost
is
got.
Nelson.
Oh, okay. All right. In that case, I'm good. I'm gonna try and ask an Infernal, like, what are you doing here, and who sent you?
It looks up at you, and for the sake of this, the literal translation is basically "fuck off, man," but the infernal word, essentially translates to, go get flayed by a demon. They don't care. They're not discussing anything with you. They have nothing to say.
Can I bite his head off?
Sure, go for it.
Cool. Fuck yeah.
You're a monster.
I'm gonna bite his head off because I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck you.
That was pretty good.
Press buttons.
Yeah, make it a
What?
make an attack.
I can't-
Oh no.
I can't
Come
make
on.
the old voice go that high.
I bite my tongue instead. Oh, that's a 20. So not 20 on that one.
So you grab that guy and you bite down. You take his head off and you just get a mouthful of.
Ginger?
What? And he doesn't taste like a gingerbread cookie.
Ugh.
It tastes like meat.
I'm gonna
That's
spit that shit out.
That's what she said.
God, it's
So
just
now
a
there's-
strawberry.
There's pretty much one alive, and I don't know. Like, there's no sense in actually fighting because you're gonna kill it quick. So I just need to know, unless you want to try to capture it or you're gonna take it. It's not a threat to you guys at this point.
Take
Can
it
I
hostage.
do that?
We gotta show evidence of these things to the people around us. I don't think they're gonna appreciate a headless one.
Lego, your minions are here.
So you grab it. Yeah, you're gonna try to carry it away.
please. Let's put it in a box or cage, carry it around, be like, yeah, this is our new pet.
Okay, so
The infernal gingerbread man.
Yeah.
what are you
Got
doing
him.
from what are you doing from there? You've captured him.
He's like,
But
I
I don't
put
want
know.
my water bowl on top of him and just push it to the ground.
Okay.
I need to wake up the innkeepers and apologize for making such a mess in their goddamn place.
So, as you head downstairs to wake up the innkeepers, obviously there's been a lot of ruckus and nobody's come to the main room yet.
a lot of screaming, that's
Don't
going.
even bother them. Like, you can take care of it.
And so there is the door. Did you want to go inside, or did you want to knock?
I was gonna knock first.
Fucking
see if
go
I get a
inside.
reply.
Do it. I dare you.
So when you knock, there's no response.
Go inside. Go
I'm
inside.
gonna go inside.
Um,
It's like those cartoon. The door slams open and I'm here.
no. You do smell. First off, there's a smoky smell coming from inside, and as you step in, the kitchen is infested, swarming. There's like 30 of these little guys, and that's not the worst thing. What you do see, and this is, mind you, very, very, very startling, is that they have put the innkeeper's wife into the oven and are trying to bake her.
Bruh.
Is she? Is
Can we
wait?
pull
Is
her out?
yeah, I'm gonna
She's
run.
dead?
I'm gonna like fucking stomp on these things as I'm running over to try and get her
So
out. Like,
you're going at, and these things are coming up, and they're all there's a bunch of them, and they all have various small things or sharp teeth. So you
Just
you
like-
run.
It's got
I'm like running. I'm
fangs.
like fuck you, fuck you, fuck you as I'm like going.
Go ahead. Given her nature, she does have some fire resistance. But she does not necessarily have sharp teeth and stab resistance. She's long perished, although it's taking a lot longer.
Dead?
It's taking a lot longer to cook her, and they have kind of decorated her with various candies and like for some reason
What the fuck did we just walk into? God.
for some reason a necklace of sausages.
Why am I in this campaign?
No.
I'm going home. I'm taking the train.
Like seriously, what the fuck did we just walk into? What is going on?
You'll have to find out,
Oh my god!
I'm out.
and you'll have to find out next week.
Next week.
Yeah, right. The cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, there we go.
Guys,
We're
I
gonna be
was
accused
ready
of
for
this.
bed, and now I'm not gonna be. I hate you all.
Just have some cookies and milk, and
That
No,
is good
shut
stuff.
up. No. God.
Cookies and milk.
yeah.
God, I hate you so much.
I thought she was going to be alive, but then he says she's
I
long
know. It's
since
like, oh, they were
perished.
trying
Oh.
to cook her, and I'm like, oh, maybe there's a chance. Nope,
This is
she's
like those
fucking dead.
little evil mini ashes from Evil Dead.
Yes.
We're going to get
Yes.
charged for this. They're going to bring in the cops.
Not if not if they see gingerbread carcasses everywhere, and like if we have one. Like,
You know what?
Archive.
I can already see the thing there come in. They were hopped up on gingerbread, and then they just killed her and shoved her in an oven.
what
There's
the fuck?
all the broken cookie bits everywhere. What you can tell.
Oh my god.
And that guy's obviously on steroids. Look at his flex.
Yeah, I mean, God.
I'm just
What
gonna.
aggressively.
I am just going to pretend to be like a wall decoration. Just hang out in the corner.
So,
Mhm.
that's the
I can't. I'm.
end of the.
H, man. Jesus.
That's- Welcome to Rustgrave, and enjoy the charm.
The
Enjoy
one
the charm
character
fun, yeah.
that I actually kind of thought was interesting is now fucking dead, and god damn it, Derek. Jesus Christ.
Right? Their daughter is like a fucking
I love it.
crazy person.
The daughter's a serial killer.
Oh my
Mom
god,
is
like,
killed
where
by a
are
bunch of
they?
gingerbread men.
Like, were they even in the kitchen, or are they just gone? Like, they yeeted themselves out of this universe?
We'll find out
Like,
next week.
You will find out next time.
Next
So
week, I hope,
I-
unless we're skipping again.
I don't foresee us skipping again, but we may need to. I don't know. I don't think we do though.
I need
Please
therapy
no,
after
because
this.
I need conclusions.
There,
I need
there-
resolution.
Yeah.
there will not be a conclusion next week. Next week we'll be performing what happens when you didn't fall asleep on the train and you actually get to the town and have a no.
It was all a dream.
Don't.
Excellent.
Don't.
You all
Don't you
you all
fucking
had
dare.
a collective you all had a collective nightmare about killer gingerbread men.
Don't you
No.
fucking dare.
So well, why don't we say our goodbyes and move this along till next week.
Okay.
I'll even go first. Cinder Wizard.
Yay.
Twitter and Instagram. Sign me all. Bye.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at Evil Sales Ass. You can also find me here in the Carpe Nerdus channel tomorrow, Sunday night and Monday night at 8. Sunday, I run a game which will probably be less body horror than the Gingerbread Army. As the crew continues their quest against the Curse of the Azure Bonds. And then Monday night is Dungeon of the Mad Mage, the search for Dusty Broomstick.
Yeah. Hi, I'm in a Ziploc bag currently.
Yeah, I disintegrated him. It was great.
I almost cried. I legit almost fucking
Yeah.
cried.
I got a plan for Broomstick on Monday night. It's going to be an event.
Woo.
So, speaking of Broomstick, let's pass it off to Nick.
Hi guys. Yeah, so Blue Aura 94YT is me. I have successfully updated the tile page below this to reflect our Sunday night game. I have not done the Friday night game because I need to double check everyone's info for it, but we're getting there slowly but surely. I'm just lazy, tired, and after starting my new job, I'm trying to get back on a somewhat normal sleep schedule that I've never had in my life. So that's great.
Word.
Yeah. So other than that, just find me here or on the Carpe Nerdus page as well. We'll be doing some updates there. And I guess I'll pass it off to my counterpart. You.
Which is
You. What,
my counterpart, no name. Yeah.
the one who shares my initials. Like, that's creepy.
Nick number 2, aka Andrew. You can find me on Twitter at NightstickNick. Yeah, that's a good one. And that's fun. Anyway, that's all I do here. Thank you. Goodbye.
And I'm Derek, and you can find me Disposable Idiot on Twitter. Send all your complaints directly there. If you have nightmares about gingerbread men tonight, happy to hear about it. And I guarantee you, while this may have been somewhat intense now, it's not always going to be like that. There's a point and a method to my madness, and we will certainly try our best to make it enjoyable for everyone.
In DM, we trust.
Indeed.
Always.
Well, have a great night, everyone. Thank you again, Derek, for hosting this. Even though as fucked up as it was, I will definitely say that, hey, I'm on that level of fucked up too sometimes, so I shouldn't be speaking badly about it. So,
All right. Everyone, have a good one. We're out.
have a great night.